of the New World, the island of Tanzia is home to a new and great race called the Akazi. The Akazi had little interest in technology and material wealth. They pursued wisdom above all else. With the Akazi, arcanity, alchemy, and endless possibility would flourish. Because of their unique values, other races often regarded them as primitive and mistook them for weak. A critical mistake. Life was good on Tanzia, until one day, a terrible evil known as the Skeleton King came to claim the island. The greatest Akazi warriors confronted the Skeleton King and his undead armies, and one by one, the Akazi fell. This terrible evil fought with an advantage, a unique knowledge of something born of this new world. This enemy fought with arcanity. The new world was young, and few understood the mysteries of arcanity. But one Akazi had already attained a mastery greater than any other, and the Skeleton King soon met his match. The Skeleton King was furious. This small, frail creature had undone decades of preparation with a single blow. The Skeleton King retreated, and the Akazi did not pursue. Tanzia was safe once again. The Akazi continued to flourish, and the Great One continued to pioneer alchemy and arcanity. Creatures of all races came from all over the world seeking his mentorship, and he taught any who would learn from him. Until one day, something more pressing demanded his attention. The Great One was blessed with many children and many grandchildren whom he loved dearly. But this one was very special. This one would be the center of his world for many years. As the child grew, he showed great aptitude for arcanity. No grandparent ever felt more love or pride for a child than the Great One did for his young grandson. But he knew that their precious time together would be short. The Skeleton King was already plotting a terrible revenge against his new foe. He would end the Great One's bloodline. The Skeleton King used the darkest of arcanity to summon an evil and tortured creature from another dimension and enslave it to his will. The creature, a shade, was the perfect assassin. It passed through solid objects at will, traveled nearly unseen in the shadows, and had a deadly touch. The Skeleton King watched from afar in glee as the shade passed through the young child and stopped his heart. With a single word, the Great One obliterated the shade into a million dark splinters that dissipated in the light. But the damage was already done. As the Great One fell to his knees, weeping over the body of his young grandson, the Skeleton King was very, very pleased. But the Skeleton King had once again underestimated his Akazi foe, and when the Great One sensed that the Skeleton King was no longer watching, the illusion was lifted, and the child was smiling once again. The Great One, though, was very sad, for he knew that events had been set into motion which would end their happy time together, and he would not see his beloved grandson again for a very long time. He sent the child to live in seclusion on Volcano Island with a most caring and trusted friend, Abenaki, far away from the peering eyes of the Skeleton King. The Great One, believing his presence was a danger to the village, also left. And he never returned. Decades passed. In the village, whispers of his sudden disappearance so long ago turned into speculation of his certain demise. The Skeleton King, believing that victory finally lay within his grasp, would again descend on Tanzia to claim his prize. And this time, no one can stop him.
Hi guys, I'm Arbitrarium, and this is a playthrough video of the game Tanzia. This will be just the village and the Crossroads for the first part, and there'll be subsequent videos for the rest of the game. So we start off with a little bit of instructions on how to move around, how to work with objects, and how to see your quests. But we're just going to start off right here by talking to this guy, Abenaki. It's my birthday! Happy birthday to me! Let's learn how to do some things. First thing we do is grab a weapon. Well, first we're going to have a cutscene.
Hear me, little one. Remember.
Pond 5.
Now we're going to go get a weapon. A nice little weapon guy's over here. Abenaki's been nice and given us the gold that we need to buy it. So we'll just go ahead and buy this weapon. It automatically places it in your first slot. Although this version of the game doesn't have a number, your first slot is also activated by pressing the number 1 on your keyboard if you're playing on the computer. Next, we're going to get ourselves some magic spells. This here, walking into the totem, will just tell you that your totem gives you your mana and health back, and that it saves your game. So, congratulations. Let's get ourselves an ice shard. We'll buy it. This is not automatically put on my spell, so I'm going to go over here to the spell book and add it to place number 2. Walk back to Abenaki and tell him what we've learned. We're not going to learn alchemy right now, but he does tell us to go see the alchemist and gives us the money to buy a health pot. So we'll do that. And I like to place my health pots right here on the end of my keys. While we're over here, we're actually going to talk to this guy because he has a nice little quest for us too. We are going to go to Crossroads, and he wants us to kill a big guy and get his reagents back. No worries, dude. We got this. In the meantime, let's report back to Abenaki and let him know we've got ourselves a health pot. Ta-da! Time to test out our new skills. Well, first we're going to listen to his cutscene. Interestingly, this little cutscene says that some of the feathers are going to be a little charred. I'm not sure how we're going to do that with just our Ice Blast. But I think it lets us know that in the future we have the options to get ourselves a couple of other spells. So let's go get started by killing the Akiri birds for, you guessed it, Akiri feathers. I'm going to pull this over here. We'll start working on these guys. Come on. And you can tap target too when you're placed in front of a bunch of different mobs. In the meantime, we're still in town, so this time as soon as we stop fighting, our health and mana is restored immediately. That is not true for the rest of the fights necessarily that you're going to have, but it's true for this one. Ooh, one shot, I'm a badass. Let's go get our gold. They respawn pretty fast in this early area. So we're going to want to pull all of our mobs from the side. And again, you can click or tap target. You need 20 total feathers. It doesn't tell you individually as you pick them up, but it does let you know when you've got to 20. So we'll just keep working on that. And level 2. Moving on to big things. I'm going to grab these ones from the side so we can not get mauled by the entire. And we're good to go. Let's go back to Abenaki and give him our quest items. So he lets us know that in order to finish this ritual we need these potions, and here's some of the things we're going to need for that. So we need to go to the Crossroads. In order to go out here, I think I'm going to go and buy myself a new spell, since I have the money after battling all those ferocious birds. Now I can singe things. And I'm also going to grab a couple of pots just in case we get in over our heads. Also, in case you have played this game without me, you know that if you try to leave the village without buying these things, he gets pretty upset and doesn't want to let you out. So we'll just bypass that and start off with plenty of pots. Alright, let's set out to the brave new world of the Crossroads. Since this is our first time leaving, we're going to have to talk to this guy, tell him we are trying to get out, and that we're ready to go. He'll let us go now because we already bought our new pots and we bought Fireball. So, this is our second zone. In this zone, we're not directly under a totem and in town, so we actually have to walk up to the totem in order to get our health and mana back, which we can do because it is right here in front of us. If I had tried to loot these flowers before killing and getting this alchemist quest, it would have told me I can't, but now I can do a little bit of flower picking, so I never like to pass up in-game items without grabbing them. I'll do that now. This right here is the dangling undergrump that he sent us after, but I don't mind grabbing a couple of extra items while I'm here. Over here is the corrupt boar that he was talking about earlier. And this is from the merchant who wants us to obtain his bag of reagents back. We win this fight easily. We finish that quest. I'm pretty low on health, so I'm going to walk back over to the totem before I continue looking for reagents. Ta-da! Alright, let's see what we can find. Some more dangling underbrush. I see some under the tree over here. We need 4 of them altogether. I need to get by this guy, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull him so I don't take a lot of damage on my way out. He gives us a few reagents too. Alright, here's another dangling underbrush. The 3rd. Oh, that was our 4th. We're good to go. I am going to walk back over here to the totem and get my health and mana before we go on to the next area. Also, it saves your game, so it's always a good idea to check in with the totem before you move on. There you go. And now we're off to the next area. This video is just the village in Crossroads, so I'll see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe to see all of our Tanzia and other videos, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you!